Hi everyone. Yeah, today I'm going to explain. So, what are the buttons? How can we use it? And what are the applications of buttons? Today I want to discuss with you. First of all, let me show you some button images. So, how the buttons are there? Like you can see here. If you see buttons, see in normal our shut buttons are different. What it will do? Just it will the combine the two things. One left hand side, one right hand side cloth, it will combine. Same way in electronics, the buttons are just making a joint or else closing the switch. Suppose see here, these are the buttons. Okay, these are the buttons. What it will do, it will close the circuit. See, every time if you want to save the energy, what you are doing, you are offing your light and you are offing your fan, like that you are doing. So whenever you want to do it, like whenever you want to require some electricity, then you are oning the switch. And that means on the switch means nothing but like a closing the circuit. If you open the circuit, the flow of electrons will be not pass. Then there is no electricity. But in case if you close the circuit, so what will happen? The electron will be flow of electrons will be passed through circuit, then electricity will be generated. So this push buttons or else buttons, what it will do, just it will make it like this, like a it will open the circuit and it will close the circuit. So how to do, just I have one small zip file is there, you can see here. See this one, if you observe here. Okay, so it is closing and it is opening. When it is closing, the electricity is passing here, led is oning. When it is open, it is not passing. So this way the push buttons are working. So same these type of push buttons, if you keep in our microbit, so how it will be, or else how can we work with this one? If you want to check, then come, we will see that one. Here I'm going to our microbit programming, you know. Here, you should remember we have three buttons are there in microbit. The first one is the A button, B button, and one more button is in the back side. It is a reset button. We can't see that one. But during the this class, just I will explain how to use the two buttons. So here we can call buttons as a just it will be useful to opening or closing the circuits. And in coming to software programming, I mean computer science, so we can call it as a separate event handler. So if you want to say event handler, yeah, you can say. If you want to say in the electronics, like it is a closing or also opening the circuits, you can see. Here, if you want to use the buttons, it is in the input. Why it is in input means they are categorized. Okay, so all the basic elements in the basic block and all the input means it will take the like a uh, matter or else instructions from the outside world, and it will give the inputs to brain, so like our sensor organs. So that's why it is in the input category. So in the input, on button A is there, you can take it out. So what are the buttons? If you see here in the screen, there is a button A is there is a button B is there, in the back side reset button. Okay, now we'll work with the button A. So till now we used the on start, or else suppose see if you want to write some program, you are till now you write it like this, like a on start you are taking and you are writing here, and here, or else you can take in the loop and you are keeping here. Okay, these are called event handlers. Separate event, if you want to start, you can write it. On start means just this event will be start when once you start the program, immediately it will start. This event will be start once on start will be enabled, then it will be start and it will continuously working. But if you want to start separate task some particular time, or else when separate position, so at the time you can use this one. When this task will be enabled, like when button A is pressed, at the time it is enabled. Suppose if you want to see some example, here I am keeping the show number 0. Now see, I play the my simulator, nothing is happen here, my event is not started. Why this? Because I didn't start my event here. When I come to here, when I press this button, okay, see I press this button, even though I release that one, now it is enabled. Okay, like it is like a trigger. Then when this trigger is enabled means, at the time it will be start the event. Okay, we need to remember that one. So how many things are there? Those things like a two buttons are there. So we can use the two buttons. Okay, one is the on button A, another one is the on button B. See here. Now I will do small exercise. So suppose if I press the button A, just I want to make a smile image. If I want to sad image, I want to press the just I need to press the button B. Here I can keep the happy image. Okay, and here yeah, this I hope it is a happy image, and here I can make duplicate. See here, when button A is pressed, okay, should we display the happy image? Yeah, good. When I press the B button, just display the sad image like this. So here, I mean, separate task if you want to start for separate works. So at the time, it will be helpful. So if you think like a both buttons, if you want to press at a time, so is it possible? Yeah, it is possible. So how can we make it? Means here we can take the on button A. Okay, if you create A plus B, okay, then what will happen in the board? Automatically A plus B button will be just it will be displayed. Okay, here I'm putting the single dot. Now you can see the result here. See, when I write this program, just automatically A plus B button is working. See, when I clicking on this A button, see this button is turning to yellow color. So that means A button is pressed. If I click on this B button, so B button is turning to yellow color. Okay, so it is clicking. Suppose in case if I press the A plus B button, okay, now see both A button is and B button. Both buttons are turning to yellow. That means both buttons are pressed. Okay, we need to remember that one. So it is displaying the this thing. Now this way it is working. Now we will do a small exercise. After that, I want to explain the what are the applications of buttons. Now I will give one task. What is the task is here? The first thing is like a when A button is pressing. Okay, when A button is pressing, and you should do some task when B button is pressing. Okay, you should do another task, and on the start button, okay, it should be one position. When A B is pressed, both buttons are pressed. Okay, when both buttons are pressed, so we should do one task. So how can we do it? That one, just think it. Here, when A button is, what I will do, just when I once I start the position, my value should be 0. When I press the A, it should be increment the plus 1. When I press the B, it should be decrement the value. And if I press the A plus B button, it should again come to 0. So how can I do this code? Okay, suppose if I want to maintain this all the things, okay, I need variable. Just one more time, I'm explaining the task. Please listen carefully. The first thing is once starting of the program, my value should be 0. Okay, whenever I press the button, I mean whenever I want to increment the value, or else whenever I press the button A, okay, so my value should be increment plus 1. So suppose starting is 0, now it is a 1. One more time if I press, it is a 2. One more time if I press, it is a 3. Like that it should be happen. Suppose if I press the button B, okay, it should be decrement. Now the value is 3. Now 3 minus 1, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Like that. Okay. Suppose the value is 1. Suppose directly if I press the A plus B, whatever the value it is a 10, 100 or 1000, it should be come to again 0. So this is the task. So how I need to use the both A button and B button, and A plus B buttons also I need to use, and I need to complete this task. Let's come here. So how can we do? Just I'm taking the new project. Okay, here I'm giving the button activity. Okay, and now I'm doing. Suppose if you want to do this all things like increment and decrement and these all things changes if you want to do, so we need to require one variable. So let's create a variable. Already you know how to create a variable. Suppose if you don't know, in the last video I already told you how to create a variable and how to change a variable, how to set the variable. Just I explained. You can go and check it out. Okay. So if you don't want to go, just you can listen here also. Here a variable block is there. Okay, you can go to there and then make a variable is there. You can make it one variable. So today value I'm making the value. Okay. So I'm making here. When I create the variable, it will give the three blocks. What is the value and set value and change value. Value means see the values, what are the values now present we are maintaining, that values will be storing there. Set values means startingly, I mean if you want to keep suppose there is no value, if you want to give some value, then you can use a set. Suppose already some value is there, again if you want to reset that one, then you can use. Change value means already some value is there, if you want to change that one. Okay, so or else increment or decrement things, you can use this one. So at present just I'm setting the value, so I'm keeping the set value to 0. Just I will check it out. Oh, it is not coming. Why? Because I use the set value to 0, but I didn't display the what is the thing in this there. So I can use the show number. So in place of 0, I need to keep the value. So it just the show number will be display the what is the value in this value. Now here it is showing the 0. Okay. Now what I'm doing here, just I'm incrementing the thing. So when I need to increment, when I press the A button, it should be increment. So here, how to increment? You need to change the value. See, change value by 1. It is a positive one. Good. But see, if I press the button A, if I press the button A, is it visible? No. So what we need to do? Just we need to display the thing. Okay. Now just check it out now. Yes, exactly it is working perfectly. Now I will check the button B also. I will take the button B and I need to decrement. So how to decrement? We can take same change value, in place of 1 we can keep the -1. So now we can decrement like this, but we can't see. So if you want to see that one, just show number you can keep here. Now I'm placing this one here. My starting value is 0. Now if I'm pressing this A button, it is going to increment. When I come to press the B button, it is going to decrement. Suppose if I press the lot of times to A button, so it is going to 6. Suppose I want to start from starting onwards. I don't want to press 8 times B button. So directly if I want to come, then you can keep the reset button, because on start trigger is starting by automatically by program. We can't control the on start. Okay, we can control what it can execute, but if you want to start again game, you need to play it again starting onwards. So suppose if you want to control like that, then at the time A plus B button you can enable, and you can give the same this value to this one. Just set value to 0 and show number. So what will happen whenever you press the A plus B button, the program will be restarted. I mean the value will be restarted. See now, suppose if I press this button, okay, now it is going to 4. Suppose now I want to directly come to 0, then I can press this button. So it will come to directly 0. So if you come to electronic side, so this is the like a buttons we can see as a like a closing and opening the circuits. But computer side we can call as a triggers or else event handlers, like that we can call.